Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. We're going to give people a few minutes to come on, but I'm excited to be here live once again on YouTube and Facebook with Eddie from Black Orgasms Matter. So we're going to give people a few minutes to come on, and while we're letting people come
Wacko, wacko. I can't hear you if you're trying to talk to me, my sister. How y'all doing? Anyone at the sound of my voice? I just wanted to say, hey. Waiting for the sister to reboot. My name is Eddie Watson with Black Orgasms Matter. I am a shamanic tantric practitioner. The sister is back. Bam.
Good, and I'm glad you were talking while I was gone. That's perfect because people can hear you too, even if I get off. I've had this happen. Oh, wait a minute. So you are shamanic tantra? Tell me about that.
Shamanic Tantra, that's what my teacher calls it, Master Yao Morris of Grand Trine Tantra. Shamanic Tantra is, breath work, spirit work, energy body work, and all of that, all of those good surrounding topics or aspects.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I studied shamanism as well.
Mm.
My lineage of tantra is not a shamanic tantra, but I've studied shamanism. So I was always like interested in knowing what is shamanic tantra because I haven't studied shamanic tantra. I've studied shamanism and I studied tantra. And I was always kind of thought about bringing them together. So
Right,
yeah. So
right.
I see people coming on. Hello, hello. As you're coming on, say hi. Let us know that you're here. So I'm excited to have Eddie from Black Orgasms Matter with us today. And I want to start off. I want to talk about what this dick mastery is because on his page he talks a lot about dick mastery, but we're gonna wait for a little bit before we get into that. So how did you get into tantra? And people who are coming on, if you've ever had a tantric massage, type in a thing yes. If you want or you've been curious about tantric massage, let us know. And this is really interesting because a lot of people have always asked me, what's the difference between tantric massage and sensual massage? So it's nice to have Eddie here because you kind of got started with sensual massage. Tell us, how did you get started in tantra?
I got started in Tantra. I was offering free massages on Craigslist without any training. Didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I
Hmm.
had a whole
What
list
kind
of.
of free massages?
Say again.
What kind of free massages were you offering on Craigslist?
I was offering um, Shih Tzu, deep tissue, um, Tantra, Sensual, and a whole host of others.
Right.
Uh, a whole host of others.
Uh-huh.
I did a couple sessions, and the sister was like, "Well, you don't do deep tissue massage," so I took that off the list. And another
Uh-huh.
sister said, "Well, you don't do this type of massage," so I took that one off the list. A sister messaged me and asked me what was my difference between tantric massage and sensual massage, and I told
Hmm.
her some BS I'd read in the book or saw in the videos, and she basically told me, "You don't know what the hell you're talking about." And so I was like, "Okay, sister," and she said, "Well, if you're interested, I'm instructing a tantra school, and we're starting a level one class in a couple of weeks." So I took the
Hmm.
sister out to lunch. She told me about it. She seemed authentic, and here I am 5 years later.
Wow, wow. So So before you were offering sensual massage and then as well as tantra, but you didn't really know what tantra was. And it's interesting, and I'm glad you say that because I tell a lot of people, um, when you're looking for someone to go get tantric massage, you can't just go to anyone. You really, really can't because you don't know if they really have a training in tantric massage or not. And so I'm glad you're being open and honest about that. So you didn't really know much about tantra, but you had that on there that you offer tantra, sensual massage, as long as a host of others. And so since you took this course, the tantra course, what excuse me, what have you learned? What is the difference between a tantra massage and sensual massage?
Glad you asked that question. There are some schools I know a popular school here that do body work, and they call their massages tantric massages. Um, in the whole realm of tantra, that's um, that's acceptable. And so there's a tantric massage that people do which is hands-on massage, which they call tantric massage. And what we call tantric massage in my school is
Mm-hmm.
tantric energy work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so me or another practitioner cultivating their sexual energy, projecting to a sister, men project to women, women project to men for sake of polarity. I project my sexual energy to a sister for healing, manifestation, or bliss slash orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing about tantric massage is since it's energy and the whole universe is connected, it's great. It's great in COVID times because a tantric massage can be done over the phone, over Skype, or over internet, or even without any communication. So it's great for COVID.
Mm-hmm. So just like Reiki, because so the interesting thing is that because I also do tantric massage, I do tantra therapy as well in general, but I also give tantric massage. So those who know me know, I've been doing that for the last 5 years now myself. So 5 years for both of us, right?
Right.
Um, and so when COVID came, it was like, oh man, a lot of people were like, can we continue? We're not going to be able to continue. And I'm like, yeah, energy is energy. We're working with energy. So, so yeah, so I've been able to continue doing this work. Black cat is crossing. So I think that's good luck for the internet. um, so I've been able to continue, and that's the thing. So just like Reiki, we're working with the energy, and we have a set goal to help you, work on healing if there's some healing that you need, manifestation work. I had someone else come on earlier a couple weeks ago where we talked about sex magic. So with you, you said your teacher, Master Yao, is a shamanic tantra. So how is it like with your specific, because we come from two different lineages, right? Um, I studied tantra. My lineage is from Osho, and yours is a different Master Yao. So what are some of the specific things that you like to focus on, you like to work on, or who comes to you when they're looking for this energy work, for tantric energy work?
Okay. And I know we're saying the same thing, but just kind of to make it plain
Mm-hmm.
for the public. Um, my definition of tantric massage and tantric, you said it, tantric therapy is the same thing. It's energy work for a purpose. And
Mm-hmm.
so my clients, it runs the gamut. Healing, manifestation, or orgasm. It definitely runs
Mm-hmm.
the gamut. Healing, I used to take healing clients. If they wanted 1 or 2 sessions, I don't even do that anymore because you need more than a couple sessions for deep healing. We do a
Yes.
lot of we do a lot of healing work centered around sexual trauma, sexual repression, and sexual reproductive issues like fibroids. And so
Mm-hmm.
it definitely takes more than a couple sessions. And so if a sister's not interested in doing a couple sessions for healing, what I'll do is I'll just try to do a session with her and point her to certain resources, to certain exercises, maybe help her with her diet, or something else I can do to help her be efficient with her money.
Yeah.
Because I've had clients that'll do a session or two with me for healing, and I don't know if I heard this before, but I call it the pendulum effect. They'll get healing, and like I said, they'll go from being meek and mild. They get a couple healing sessions in, and then go totally to the opposite side and be like a lion and go to work cursing motherfuckers out and all kind of shit.
Yeah, so this is the thing, and I'm glad you said that, and that's very interesting. And so that's why, yeah, like you're saying, we have to do a lot of sessions, not just a couple. Because the thing with Tantra, when we're working with Tantric energy, it's the most powerful force there is. And so it heightens those emotions. So if you have emotions that you haven't dealt with, anger, whatever, sadness, whatever, when you start doing the work, those emotions heighten. And so sometimes people think, I'm doing 1 or 2 sessions, I should be overjoyed and happy and blissful, and yeah, that will definitely come. And a lot of times you'll leave feeling really good, but then those emotions that's buried down, like they'll start to kind of like, really come out. And I noticed this with me too, like when I started doing my tantric work early on, like a lot of different emotions come out, and I would like lose my temper early, like quickly, and that wasn't me. And I was like, oh my God, because those were things that were buried. So you really have to do the work, and it's so, so important. So let me just say real quick, thank you for those who are coming on. Hello, Mez. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Wendy says that Master Yao's book, Anam Mir, changed my life. That's the book. So I have that book. I haven't finished reading it yet, but I do have to get there. And Phil says, interesting to know tantric massage can work remotely. I'm about to get on that Reiki with Renee. Yes. So I do teach Reiki, and I teach tantric massage as well. So, but yeah. So it can be done remotely. Anytime you're working with energy, it can be done remotely, So yeah. So go back. So let's go back. So telling us a little bit more. So, I'm going to keep you hanging for a little bit about this dick mastery, because I really want to get in and talk about that. But let's continue with the tantric massage. Allow some of the men come on who might want to learn how to master their dicks. But anyway, with the tantric massage. So you started working with Master Yao, and you've done a couple of his courses to learn how to do tantric massage. What is so like a lot of times people come to me and they're just like, when I say I do tantric massage, because I've never done sensual massage. So a lot of times people will come to me and they're like, oh yeah, I want a tantric massage. I'm like, okay. Then like I'll get, guys will send me dick pics. And I'm like, well, why are you sending me a dick pic? Like, this ain't part of the tantric massage. I don't want this. But I did find a new solution to that. I got to just send them back another dick pic, and then they'll stop. So, but then, so yeah, I heard that works. So I'm going to start doing that. Then I have a lot of people who ask me, well, how are you dressed? Do you take off your clothes? Do you give a happy ending? And for me specifically, with my work with Tantra, I don't give happy endings. I have my clothes on, and, a lot of times guys come in, and I do massage on both men and women, but a lot of time, but I deal with this with men. Women don't generally come in looking for this, or asking for that. So, a lot of times then the men will, they'll want more, and then when I'm explaining to them, a lot of the work with tantric massage is not about you coming. It's about you learning to have multiple orgasms. So, my goal is not to make you ejaculate. And they're like, what? And, but then after they have the massage and they see how much more their body can feel, they're like, oh my God, like I didn't realize how much pleasure I can have in my body. So, what has been your experience in that? I said all of that to say, what have you noticed? Like when someone comes to you for a sensual massage, you get different things than when someone comes for your tantric massage, or do people just come to you and say, I want a massage, and then you decide? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, no, I definitely don't decide. I certainly leave it up to client. Actually, I do sensual baths, sensual showers.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to
Sensual
come to you
baths.
for that.
Yeah, come to ATL. I got you. I got you.
Yes.
Yes. Sensual baths, sensual showers, soapy massage. That's one of my favorites. Um, and like I said, the sensual massage, massage for relaxation, breasts, ass, yoni massage, like a little menu, whatever the sister would like. You know, we agreed to it up in the beginning, and let me be of service.
Awesome, awesome. So what is the sensual bath like? Like, okay, so I was in Bali and I did, Bali, they have like the rose baths and they have the whole like full body scrub, just like the Korean spas. So and they'll do that. You could do that before your massage.
Mm.
So you're like in there and you're bathing them. Is it like a ritual that you're doing? Inquiring minds
It's
want to know. Oh.
no, it's similar to what they're doing.
Hmm.
Have some roses in, candle lit. Definitely the scrubs. New scrub you can take home with you. So one use scrubs, just to let you know, put it out
Hmm.
there. Um, and again, like the conversation we had earlier, it can even be for healing because
Hmm.
the only thing I would have to do is set my intention.
Right.
If I set my intention, a bath, the shower, to proceeding hands-on or hands-off tantric massage can be for healing, manifestation of bliss, whatever the intention we set.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm, mm. And
Yeah.
water, I love the water because it's a great conductor. It's really sensual. It's soft. I love the candle lights, and that really goes over good with the clients.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
just like picturing right now, like, and so do you have a space or do you go to their home or how does that usually work?
I go to their home right now, so I'm working on that. That's a whole nother subject.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay. Hmm.
hmm
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know all of that. I didn't know you did all of that. That's nice. Like that's making me want to expand what I offer.
for sure.
Yeah, like I'm learning so much since I've been doing these lives. Like it's just been so nice. I've been speaking to some amazing people, some great people in that work with sacred sexuality. I've talked to sex workers, like you name it, phone sex workers. It's been great and my biggest objective is to really get people to see sexuality and talk about it and be comfortable with it and get rid of the stigma about sex, that it's a taboo, don't talk about it. And people are just so uncomfortable to have these conversations. And so I really want to just normalize it because it really is just normal. Um, you know so so that's my whole goal with having these lives on Wednesdays, talking to people about different topics on sex and whatever. um I love his title, Black Orgasms Matter. Yes, 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 yes.
Can I tell you
um
about the title?
yes, tell us about the title.
Tantra's been great for me because it's healed my relationship with women.
Hmm.
Um, it took me it took me a couple years to stop saying. It took me a couple years to start saying sister because I'm just gonna say I call women bitches for a long time, out of hate,
Hmm.
out of hate in my heart, and out of hate from whatever went on with me,
Hmm.
and from all the crazy ass influences or whatever. So tantra's definitely healed my relationship with women.
Hmm.
My service is primarily for Black women, open to other women of color, but primarily for Black women.
Hmm.
The women who's been there and prayed for my dumb ass when I was out there fucking up. The women, um, the sisters who brought me into Tantra, the angels that I have in Tantra that still teach me, that has 20 and 30 years experience, where I still can go to and learn stuff from. Um, I had the initial name of the page was, and I'm getting to Black Orgasm Battle. The initial name of the page was Tantric Monk, and then I changed it to Tantric something. nasty monk or naughty monk. And then I was talking to a sister, come back to the name. I was talking to a sister, just like a lot of other sisters that's been powerful in my life, talking to a sister and about naming her website and naming her IG page and having a name that connects with people. And I thought about it and then I'm like, Black orgasms matter. It's politics, orgasms for Black people. It just seemed to win for me. As soon as I changed the name, for about a good 2 weeks straight, I had 20 people hit me up, wanted to connect. So that's the origin of the name.
Wow, that's amazing. And so that's amazing. So some of the stuff I heard, some of the stuff I couldn't hear because it was going out. But what I heard was cool. It was nice to hear that, because it's so interesting. Like sometimes, we have a hate for the opposite sex, whether it's like women or women for men. And so Tantra can be very healing, to help you work on your relationships with with the opposite sex or the same sex. Sometimes we have issues with the same sex. Sometimes we could be a woman and hate other women, or hate men. So it's really good to kind of get those things out and to be able to help you to be able to just connect in terms of and improve relationships. And that's one of the big things, like for me, that I loved about Tantra. It's really helped me to like learn more about relationships. Like it's a lot on how to improve intimacy, improve connections, how to really connect, and I would say like the best relationship I've had was, and we were able to just really connect at a different level, like I had never, felt before. And it was just really intense and powerful. So can you hear me?
And it's going in and out.
Okay, yeah, it's going in and out. Yeah. So hopefully you guys that's on, hopefully you can hear us. Let us know. I see a lot of people on and people coming on. Let us know you can hear okay. So so that's the big thing. So you notice that this has helped you with your relationships with women. And so I think this is a good end to get in with about the mastery. So what is that all about? Like, because I see that on your page, Black Orgasms Matter. Guys, go join his page on Instagram, Black Orgasms Matter. And it says D.i.c.k Master in Training. So what does that mean?
I'm still dealing with erectile dysfunction. So I have my little pills when it's time to go have some fun. So I'm still keeping it hard, goddammit. So we don't have no problem there. But I'm still dealing with erectile dysfunction. And so I'm taking a couple courses, DVD course, and I'm taking a course with my teacher called Semen Retention, about how to keep it hard, how to keep it long, how to heal it, how to keep it strong. And when I master that, I'll start teaching it.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm glad you're saying that, as a man, because a lot of times men have a hard time, like, with their pride, the ego, to talk about that, let alone to talk about it in public. And one of the things is that, especially as a man, that you begin to have difficulties as you get older. And that's the same thing with women. Like I tell women, y'all have to do intimate gymnastics, Yoni yoga, whatever you want to call it, Kegel exercises. I teach all of those because if you don't do those exercises, your Yoni is going to go flaccid. It's going to get weak. You're not going to be able to use it as much. You're going to have urinary incontinence. You can have prolapse, uterus prolapse, so many different things. So you have to strengthen it. It's a muscle. And the same thing with the penis. A lot of times with men, when they're young, they're going strong and they're doing whatever. But as you get older, it starts to change. It's not the same as it used to be. And even more so now, you have so many guys buying and taking Viagra who don't even have ED, erectile dysfunction. They're just taking it so they can stay longer. And so what are the consequences that's going to give them like later on, taking all of these different things. And and I've seen people with, who drink alcohol and then they can't get hard, or smoke weed, then they can't get hard. Like all of those things affect you. And so, as a man, that's really like your pride and joy right there. So if that goes, then it's like, what do I do? And then a lot of men will suffer in silence because of their pride. They can't talk about it. They can't be like, yo, I can't get hard. Yo, I'm not satisfying my girl, or my guy, because it's like, that's like, oh my God, that's my manhood. So I think it's so important for guys to even hear this, to know that there is something that you can do, you know. And I talk to guys too. There's Kegel exercises for men to do as well. There's many different things that you have to do. So like what you were talking about earlier, like some qigong movements and things like that to help.
Yep. Yep. I'll
And
tell you.
then some different. Mhm. You don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah. I'll
give it
tell you.
all, but just like
No, no, no. I'll tell you a funny story. Well, no, no. Excuse me. I'll tell you this. Then a funny story. Yes,
Mhm.
it's Kegels, different types of Kegels,
Yeah,
qigong. Qigong, for those that don't know, is internal martial arts for different organs, muscles, for your bones, for your blood, or what have you. Um, Lungs, kidneys, yada yada yada. Lungs and kidneys are two important ones.
yeah.
Um, and a couple other things, dietary stuff, or what have you. The funny story is, right when I right when I started giving those free massages on Craigslist,
Uh-huh.
I moved to Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for a couple years. Um, I saved up my money. I moved to Atlanta because there's so many goddamn women here. I'm like, man, let me save up my money. Got me a nice apartment. Got me a little two-seater Mazda Miata, right? I moved into an apartment complex right behind Spelman University, and
To really be next to the women.
I was about to tear some of underclassmen down, some undergrads down. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
then here we go. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? So that's my little story with that. And actually, that's what brought me to Tantra. So,
Mhm.
you know, I, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you see a difference, like with your exercise, your routine, that it's kind of helping you with the ED, like to continue, like to last longer and things
It's
like
getting
that.
better. It's definitely getting better.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's the biggest thing that you've noticed with you, with your health in general, like from doing the tantric exercises and things like that?
Um, Energy. There's a couple steps I do to give me a lot of energy. Grounding, just from meditation and what have you.
Hmm.
But I would say mainly energy and, like say, excuse me, mainly energy and hint, hint, helping myself when I have different ailments.
Hmm.
Because I'm starting to incorporate breathing exercises. We call it, well, they call it pranayama.
Hmm.
Incorporating some of that, the breathing exercises, some of the internal qigong. So definitely energy and health
Yeah, and that's one of the
overall.
things I have taught, like the qigong. I've taught some sound healing. I just finished my tantra sound healing course, sound movement and breathwork course. But I did incorporate some of the qigong movements. Mantak Chia, I love his stuff. I included his sound healings and that for the liver, lungs, kidney, spleen. There's really, really good work. And that's the thing. So I like that you talk about the healing. And that's one of the things with Tantra, you can set the intention to heal. And I have a lot of women that I work with that have like fibroids or endometriosis or things like that. And we set the intention every time we're working with the sexual energy. So um the sexual energy is our vital life force energy. It is the most powerful energy there is. And so when we're working with that energy, and it doesn't mean having sex, but working with the sexual energy, you can manifest. So like you were saying earlier, you set the intention, what you want, and then you do the work, whether it's tantric meditation, tantric massage, tantric healing, Taoism, throwing in their stuff, the Taoism from Qigong, all of that. The Taoists, they use the same. They work a lot with the sexual energy as well. So all are things that's like very powerful, to
Mm,
manifest.
mm.
So, do you ever have anyone come to you for like sex magic? And I thought about this because I had a lady on, Tressa. She was on a few weeks ago. And we were talking about sex magic, and her first time getting into that, she had went to a guy who worked with it, and she didn't know him. Set up the appointment, and they set what she wanted to manifest, and they did their thing. Whatever that was. I've never done like sex magic with somebody I didn't know. I've done it with a partner, but like I've never gone to somebody to pay for that. So I don't know. Have you ever done that?
Yes, in our course, we're taught a couple elements of sex magic, and
Okay.
I would definitely want to practice more in the future, study more in the future. But yeah, we definitely practice manifesting through orgasm. And actually, I'm teaching a class manifesting through orgasm right now here in Atlanta, and I'm going to we're starting another one July 25th. So if
Uh-huh.
anyone's interested in that, they can hit me up, Black Orgasms Matter, on Instagram, and ask me about more about that. So with
Yeah.
that, I teach the basic, and I can just tell you the audience it's pretty simple. The one we've practiced.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're if you are masturbating or having sex with a lover, have something in your mind that you want to manifest.
Mm-hmm.
But before you do that, start working on it in this realm. If you have a business up and running, you want to make $2 million in 2 weeks. Do you have your products and service in line? Do you have to work on your supply chain? Do you have to put more energy or more money into your marketing? Whatever you have to do in this realm, do it, and then use your sexual energy to make it manifest in the spirit realm.
Right. Right.
So we do it that way, the manual way, and then I also teach some energetic stuff to them too. Simple energetic stuff. It's really really simple. We use the bladder meridian,
The what?
um, the bladder meridian,
Oh, uh-huh.
kidney meridian. Excuse me. There's others we can use. We use the kidney meridian because it's simple. Starts at
Uh-huh.
the bottom of the foot, and can you see me? Starts at the
Yeah.
bottom of the foot and exits at the collarbone. Um, and so I just have them start to meditate and imagine, visualize the energy going from the bottom of their foot, up their leg, up their chest, through the point, all the way back to the bottom of the foot,
Mm-hmm.
and come around again.
Right.
And if they could do that in a couple months, perfect. And we call that, obviously, well, you and I know, trying to remove that blockage from that
Yeah.
meridian.
Yeah.
And if they remove that blockage, then they will have a full body orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a little introduction to make it a little more different, and as a small introduction to energy work.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good. I tell you, energy work is just great, man. Like if you know how many it's so difficult. Well, it's so difficult for women, especially, to have full body orgasms. For men too, it's difficult to have multiple orgasms. And so the interesting thing is, a lot of men come to me not realizing that you can separate orgasms from ejaculation, because many men just have ejaculation, they just ejaculate, but they're not having orgasms. And so one of the things with learning tantric sex as well that's really nice is taking off that pressure of having to be like bam 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 trying to break person's back all the time, and it's more sensual, it's more connecting, and you don't have to come. And as a matter of fact, when you're coming, you're losing energy. So for men, each time that they come, they lose energy. So that's why you have the practice of semen retention, so that they're not losing that vital life force energy and can live longer and healthier. So that's a whole process. And so I think it's a beautiful thing for people to learn how to do that. Especially men, they can enjoy so much more. And now one of the things I love is, when I am giving tantric massage and I could see the woman, or man have multiple orgasms that they've never had, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful, you know.
Right. And back to the page. Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram, y'all. We talked about this earlier, but like one of the ideas behind the page is to have it fun, to have it interactive. Talk about dick and pussy and sucking and fucking and sex and threesomes and orgies and all that shit amongst your brother and your sister, where we're having fun, we're having open communication with each other, and there's no shitting on each other, and it's free, it flows, it's fun, it's laughter, it's real, and it's for me, even if a person can't get energy work or not interested in energy work or not interested in tantra work or not interested in sensual massage, just having a conversation about sex without being judged, or a sister say, look, I like sucking 30 dicks at one time and nobody's shitting on her, or a brother talking about his sexual escapades or wishes or wants without no one shitting on him. To me, that's healing in and of itself. So that's one reason behind the page. Blah blah blah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I couldn't. I couldn't hear you, but I hope everyone else could. Yeah, I just wrote, can you all hear okay? Like, I didn't hear a word you said. It was basically blah, 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 blah.
Fire. No, what I said is that I'll be quick.
But I think people can hear you, though. I think they could hear you. Because a lot of times I've had this happen before where they could hear you, but it was just like on me, like I couldn't hear you. So I don't know. But guys who are watching, can you let us know? Did you hear him? You can repeat
Press
if you
one.
want. Let us know if you're hearing me.
Press one if you heard me. I'll say church or something.
Right. Say amen.
Hallelujah.
Man, this is like I gotta increase the internet speed. So we try to do that, and they're like, went to the internet place. So y'all know I live in Brazil, and I live at the bottom of this community, what we call favela, right? Community, and it's like basically in the U.S. you would call it the hood. So we go up. Okay, Winnie says she can hear. Yeah, I think it was just me. I think everybody heard you. So I go up, to the top to be like, okay, internet's not working that all. She said I heard it all. So good. Yeah, that's what I figured. Usually they could hear, and it's just me that's not hearing you. So I was like, yeah, I want to increase the internet. They're like, oh, you got to call this number. I was like, I've been calling the number, ain't nobody answering. They're like, well, you got to call. So I've been trying to call to increase the internet speed, and hasn't happened yet. So all I can do is keep calling. I was like so mad because I walked up that hill.
Hey, when I come to Brazil, I'm trying to kick it with your sister.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's beautiful here.
Cool.
Beautiful here. Yeah. So the course you were talking about, is it virtual or is it just in person in Atlanta?
Right now it's 99% virtual because of the COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, and again with the energy, it definitely works wonders. By distance and what have you. But
Right.
that hands-on, that water work, woo, it's beautiful.
And that's a cool thing because the water is connected to our second chakra, the the sacral chakra, Swatisthana chakra, and so that element is water. So when you're doing that water, that's why when you're like that sensual bath, I was like, oh, and I tell women a lot of times, or men, because it's the second chakra, when you need to work on that, your sexual energy, connect to water, go to the ocean. When you're taking a bath, setting the intention of that water, healing you, opening up your creative energy, your sexual energy. So those are some good things that you can do as well. I just love that. I love the element of water. This is why I'm in Brazil. I'm literally 2 blocks from the ocean. So it takes me like 2 minutes, a minute a block, probably less than that. But to like get to the ocean, I'm like out my door and I'm right there. And I'm just like, oh, it's nice. And it's just so healing and so cleansing that energy.
Mm.
So yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
And so, like, since you've been working with the tantric massage, like, do you feel like um you see a difference like with clients? Like, have you gotten into more of the tantric massage than doing sensual massage, or is it kind of like half and half? Like, what do you notice?
No, it depends. It definitely depends. I've had the whole gamut, from sensual, to manifestation and healing. So I would say on balance, all three on balance.
Okay. And so, Master Yao, you said you do shamanic work, like shamanic tantra. What is that like, the shamanic tantra? You said you incorporate elements, like, what's that spiritual side to it, like beyond that? Like, how deep do you guys go in that work?
We go pretty deep. In that, I'm sure you've felt this before. You might be led to an elemental, or you might be led to um, um, asking a spirit guide to help you in your work, depending on what you're doing and depending on the client. Um, so yeah, we definitely incorporate elementals, spirit guides,
Hmm.
and higher entities as well.
Hmm. So when you talk about like spirit guides and higher entities, for those who are like, "Ooh, what is that? What's going on?" Like, how do you say, like, how would you explain that to someone who doesn't believe in that, or like, what, like, that's crazy, is that demonic spirits, or like,
Mm,
because some people think that, especially if they're overly Christian or whatever.
right. So the easiest way I can explain it, and please be open with this, not you, but the audience.
Uh-huh.
Um, let's say we have God, and God is so vast. If God is omnipotent, omnipotent, omnipresent, everything, all powerful, everywhere, to tap into an aspect of God to help you with a certain thing, you can say, the God of healing, or the
Hmm.
healing aspect of God, or the God of understanding, the understanding aspect of God. If I have a client that has a question about something, or want to manifest a new job and want to manifest what move she wants to make, um, connect to that power of God, which can help that sister, or help that sister get that answer to move like she wants to move. So that's the basic way that I understand that type of work.
Okay, okay. So it's interesting when you said God. Like, I had a sister on a live, and she kind of really made me rethink things about this whole aspect of God. So, like, I'm not going to explain the exact way that she did, but like something like this, basically. Um, when you think about like creation, all of us are here from feminine and masculine energy, right? It takes a man and a woman to create. The woman gives birth, right? But needed a man, the sperm to meet the egg, and that's, so you give birth. And so all of life, like, even if you think about it from the tantric level, you have the yin and yang energies, you have the Shiva Shakti energies, right? So the Shakti energy is the what unmanifested, what you can't see, is that creation. Shiva is the manifested, that action. So you need that to create. And so when you think about this, like our Christian society making a monotheistic God, one God, it doesn't make sense, because how could just one God create? Like, you would need at least a god and a goddess, like, to create. So, in my mind, I believe in many different gods, not just one God, gods and goddesses. And so, but I have left Christianity. I guess I still kind of consider myself a Christian because I believe in Jesus Christ. But I live in a Buddhist temple. I've been practicing Buddhism for some time. And just a lot of the different works that I've been studying, even being here in Brazil and learning more about the candomblé, which is an African religion, and all of them have, gods and goddesses. And so, you know, to me, it's like, to me, that makes more sense than a religion where you're like, okay, we only have this one God. It's very patriarchal, basically. You know, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Why is it the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit? Like, wouldn't it make sense to be the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Spirit, and the child, or whatever? Like, it's all patriarchal. So for me, I've kind of gotten out of that, and so it just makes it easier for me to be able to like see different things and, you know, have different views on
Right.
this. So
Right.
yeah,
We're on the same level with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think my cat's wanting to leave. He's like, meow, meow. So guys are coming on. If you have any questions, do you have any questions about tantric massage? Do you have any questions about sensual massage, dick mastering, pussy mastering? Maybe I should be like, master your pussy. I haven't seen anybody else doing that. I can do that. I've mastered my pussy. I've had like a lot of people come to me and say, like, a lot of my friends, because I'll be telling my friends my stories, like sexcapades and things like that. And friends are always like, oh my God, how is it that you always have orgasm? Like, you always have great sex whenever you're having sex. And I'm just like, it has nothing to do with the guy, really. It does, but it doesn't really. Like, you know, because it's all about me doing my work and, you know, like my breath work, training myself. I do my Kegels, my intimate gymnastics. And so every time that, you know, whenever I'm having sex, is going to be good. Like, even if he sucks, like, I mean, if he's good and, you know, we have that chemistry, that connection is going to be even better. But if at any point, if I'm going to be in that where I'm going to be having sex, it's going to be good because I've done my work and I'm continuing to do my work. And it's a
Right.
process. Like, it's always a process where we have to continue doing work, but you keep seeing the differences. You keep seeing how you're healing, how you're feeling so much better, you know? So, all right, Phil says a question. Is it for me or for Black orgasms matter? Are most of the clients opposite sex? How do you feel about the same sex healing? I think that's for you because I've already said I did men and women,
Mm-hmm.
right? But go ahead and answer that, then I can.
Yeah. There's some practitioners that do men and women, but in my school and in my practice, I only practice on women, tantric massage or sensual.
Okay. And why is that? What's the difference? Because like my school, you know, we have taught men can do men, women can do women, you know, men, women, you know, so with my school being the Osho, so Phil says for both of us. Okay. So with my lineage, you know, the energy is energy. And so, you know, as I said, I'll work with a woman, I'll work with a man, it doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, what's the reasoning behind with your school?
And
While you
that's
say that,
the
I'm gonna let my cat out because he's like clawing at the
you're
door.
good.
So go ahead.
You're good, and that's what I love about this type of work or any type of like spiritual work is there's so many different paths you can take. And my lineage, we're taught that it's the polarity thing. Man is one polarity, and the woman is on the other polarity. We combine that, and we can help heal the energies within each other. So we help balance and heal the masculine and feminine within us first. We start that process first, and then me as a man take my sexual energy, male sexual energy, and affect the female sexual energy for whatever purpose we set the intention for.
Right. And I can understand that. I have a whole different take on that, but I know that your teacher's great, and I even want to study, learn, take some classes, and learn. But I have a whole different perspective on that, and that's been more of lately. Because I've even heard my teacher say that same thing. But like for me, I have a lot of masculine energy, and I tend to date guys with feminine energy. And my friends will be like, "You always like gay guys." My last boyfriend was bisexual, and I'm very open to that. So for me as a woman, I have a lot of masculine energy. My healing my polarity might be with another woman who has a lot of feminine energy, or with a man who has feminine energy. So, or maybe if I'm working with a man who has a lot of masculine energy, it doesn't work with me because I have a lot of masculine energy.
Mm.
which I've had to balance within me, like from doing the work. I've had to let, work on my feminine energy to strengthen that and have it more in equilibrium. So, for me, I think that, um, looking at that difference. And so I have, and I'll say, like, sometimes I'll have clients who might be women who come to work with me, and I'll take them to a certain point. Then I might say, okay, now it'll be good for you to have a male energy, especially if they're heterosexual. And I'll say, okay, now it's time for you to start to work with that male energy, depending on where they're at and what they need. So that's just kind of my take on that. But I guess also because I've been kind of also trying to do a lot of work in because Tantra historically hasn't really been so inclusive of different types of relationships, like homosexual relationships, transgender, and all of those different things. So I've started kind of looking more into that, and that's more of recent. So a lot of the ancient work, a lot of the ancient teachings, are not going to go into that whole thing. So that's just something that I where I see things right now for me personally, in this newer age of tantric work. So
Right, right.
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
um, so there's another question, Natasha. Thank you, Phil. If you have any other questions, let us know. Natasha says, question, and that's for you because you talked about the meridian. How do you know when a meridian is off? And I can
How,
answer as well, but go ahead. How
how do
do
you
you
know?
know when a meridian is off?
How do you know when a meridian is off? Um, hmm.
Like
What
unbalanced?
I'll try, what I'll try to do. Let's say I'll try to. Let's say, for example, the first thing we'll do is try to clear the meridian. Project energy into the meridian, try to clear it. Sometimes I might get a feeling, like I might feel cloud, like I might feel a gray cloud, or I might feel like I've actually felt glass before.
Mm-hmm.
I felt hmm, cloud, glass. I felt a sticky substance before in my energy body, in my mind. Um, so that's how I felt that there was some kind of blockage in the meridian.
Okay. Yeah, so like I'll feel that too, especially like with doing Reiki work. Sometimes because I'll do a scanning. So when I scan the body, then I can kind of feel if there's a blockage or something is off. But in addition, like when someone is coming to you and when you go see a therapist or a provider, you're going to tell them why you're going to see them. So based on the information that you give, you might be able to say, okay, this meridian is off. You know, for me particularly, like for example, if somebody's coming to me and they have a lot of anger, I know that we're gonna have to work on the liver, because liver is connected to anger. If someone has a lot of fear, I'm gonna work on the kidneys, different exercises to work on that. Spleen is a lot of worry. So based on what you're telling me, I'm already gonna have an idea of what the sessions are going to look like. Then once I'm doing the energy work, then I can start to feel, okay, there's a blockage here in this area, there's a blockage here, and start to remove that block doing the healing work to really remove those blockages and help you to be in alignment. Um, Another thing that can be used is a pendulum. So, using a pendulum, I don't know if you work with pendulums at all, but I work with pendulums. And so the pendulum basically is like it's a precious stone, or it could be another material, but usually kind of like almost looking like a triangle, but not really. I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, and you use that and it reads the energy. So, I that using that is a good way to show whether the energy is off, if you're off alignment. Um, so sometimes you got to know what questions to ask, because you got to ask yes or no questions. So I use a lot of that in my work. Pendulums, I do a lot of work with crystals, to be able to do that. But like you were saying, Eddie, a lot of times you feel it. You could Sometimes you can see it, you can feel it when you're doing the work, when you do energy work, and it's something that just keeps developing. And a lot of times, Natasha, you're asking the question. A lot of times we ourselves feel that, we feel that blockage. So you already kind of know, but you may not know how to explain what you're feeling. So you'll go to someone, you'll go to a healer, and you'll start explaining what's going on, what you're feeling, and then they can kind of help you put it into words,
Mm.
So that's my take on that. So yeah, any other questions? Those were some great questions. Thank you guys for the questions that you've asked. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for letting us know that you could hear us. And I'm surprised I made it this long because I'm congested. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it a whole hour. Like, I'm so congested in my head. It's kind of like real full, and then my braces are hurting my mouth. So I'm like, I'm in pain. And then internet was acting all crazy, but I'm glad you guys could hear. Any other questions before we let's see, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Tiffany, thank you for inviting your friend Amanda to tune in. Hopefully she's there. Let us know if you guys have any other questions or anything. So check out Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram, Black Orgasms Matter. I'm not there yet to be kind of like talking a lot about, sex, dick. Well, I talk about sex, but I mean, putting like dick, pussy, all of that stuff on my page. So, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm opening up and loosening up, every so often. But you are most welcome, Natasha. Thank you so much. Do you have a website or anything? Anything else you want to share?
Not right now. I'm working through Black Orgasms Matter. And again, if you want to contact me for some distance energy work, definitely contact me there. Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram. And part of my style is I say dick and pussy. I say sucking and fucking because that's just me. I like to cut to the chase. And it's we still can have fun and we still could do all that shit. We'll talk about sex. For an example, I had a sister call me and she wants to get some work done or whatever, and I said she's going back and forth and whatever. And I said, sister, just go have a couple nuts and call me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I love having fun about this. I love being open about this, and I love this work. I love this work. I love this work, and I love having fun with it too.
And that's so important. I really do love that. Like, like I said, I'm not there yet to be like doing that yet, but I love it, which is why I love your page. And I think that's one of the big things about Tantra. Osho says this all the time. Osho is like, the more serious you are, the more like a dead body you are, like more like a corpse you are. And the whole thing about Tantra is being able to have fun, to enjoy life, to be able to have pleasure and feel pleasure in all kinds of ways. Hey, Nancy, welcome. Hi. Girl, you coming in towards the end, or maybe hopefully you've been here and just saying hey now. And so that's the big thing about Tantra is it's about having fun. And I think that in life, we forget how to have fun because we become conditioned to just be serious all the time. And, when you look at kids, and this is why, a lot of times, a lot of the sages, the wise people, gurus will say be childlike, and it doesn't mean being childish, but be childlike in your wonder, childlike in being able to have fun and joke, and like let go and not have to feel like you have to be serious. And I think so many times, especially people in the working world, they're like, oh, if I'm not serious, people are going to walk over me. They're going to take advantage of me. They're not going to take me seriously, or they're going to think I'm stupid. So all these different pressures on us to be serious, And so Tantra is about having fun. It really is, enjoying life, enjoying yourself. And, you can have fun gasms. There's so many different ways to have orgasms. You can have orgasms from laughing. There's a laugh gasm. And this is one of the things I do a therapy, laughing therapy. which is really good. And like I get people together and I just have everybody just laughing, laughing, laughing. We do a couple exercises before, then we just laugh for like 30 minutes straight. And then people end up having like laughing gasms. Like they have orgasms from laughing. Like it's so good. Laughing is good for you. Laughing just releases the stress, the tension, increases oxytocin so you can feel healthier, you can feel happier, you can feel better. So it's important. So go to his page and laugh. Watch my lives, then you'll laugh, because that's how I get people to laugh, and watching my lives, because I just say some crazy off the wall shit sometimes. And I don't even be trying, but people will be like, I heard that and you just had me cracking up. And I was like, oh, you know, so I can't try to be funny because then it won't be funny. It just kind of have to come out naturally. So I don't know how to get that onto paper yet, like how to get that onto Instagram. So just watch my lives. So anyway, and go to Black Orgasms Matter so you can laugh and have fun. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Share this with a friend so that you can help get the stigma out of sexuality, get the taboo out of sexuality, and who knows, you can start up a great conversation with your friend. So share this, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notifications bell so that you can receive messages for when my upcoming lives and videos, informational videos about sexuality, when they air. Join me on Instagram at Prandata_Tantra or Sacred Soul Retreat as well on Instagram. Twitter and Facebook is Renee Adolph. And join me on Patreon. Patreon, I have some amazing tips on sexuality. Patreon/PrandataPrim. I do a lot of tips on sex, on Tantra. Every Sunday, I have self-exploration Sundays where I walk you through self-exploration exercises, masturbation exercises, because sometimes people don't know how to masturbate. They don't know how to self-please. They don't know how to self-explore. So check me out. Mondays, I have Monday meditations, and Tuesday Tantra Tuesdays on my Patreon. So join me. Starting at $5, going up to $50 a month, you can have your membership and learn some great stuff about Tantra and sacred sexuality and support me. So hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you on Instagram, Facebook, or on my YouTube. Thank you so much, Eddie. Any closing words? I just said a whole lot.
Can I give the brothers a quick message?
Oh, please. You know what?
Brothers.
Give the brothers a quick message. I'm gonna put this on you, and I gotta go pee because I've been drinking a lot of tea and stuff. Go ahead.
Brothers, having a better relationship with sisters has changed my life, has changed my understanding, have changed women's reaction to me. Again, go to my page, Black Orgasms Matter. We talk about sex. We have fun all day, every damn day. And actually, I get a whole bunch of tit and ass pics in my inbox if I ask. So not only do I have great relationships, but the women bless me with all kind of lovely treats. And I'm so appreciative of that. So not only is being nice and being loving and being kind and being honest to sisters good for them, but it's good for you too. Did you hear me? I can't see no comments. Hope you all enjoyed the live. The sister's going to be back in a little bit. Let me open up chat, see if anyone left a message. Nope, messages here. Bam. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here. And I'm looking forward to possibly coming on again and speaking to the sister and you all again on this wonderful platform. If I could sing, I would sing, but I can't sing. I think I hear the sister coming back now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam.
What is that walking to? All I hear is damn.
No, I say bam, bam.
Okay, so yeah, people saying they hear you. I got Alex on here. Hey now, damn it, I missed the whole thing, Alex. Well, good thing you can watch the replay. Or you mean what he was saying? Nancy said, I heard you. Natasha said, thank you, and we can hear you. Natasha, yes, I'm here, Atlanta. And then Alex said, sing.
Oh, Atlanta, huh? Oh, watch out, Atlanta. I give yoni massages, booty massages, breast massages, the whole nine. You better hit me up, girl. I got what you want, got what you need. Don't treat yourself, you know what I'm saying?
So what did I miss? I missed the message to the men. It must have been good.
No, I'll say it again. The message to the men was the gifts of me being a man, being loving and kind and respectful of the sisters, even though we talk about sex and we talk about sucking and fucking or whatever, it's still a level of respect and honesty and honor. And with that, the blessings I've got from giving you all that, I even get beautiful ass, titty, pussy pics, and videos in my inbox
Oh, you
without
do?
even
Oh, so
well,
women
without
send
even
those also?
say again.
So women send those?
Yes, women send those. I have beautiful conversations about sex with sisters damn near every day. Share different fantasies with me. I've experienced a whole lot of stuff like that, and it's all I consider it all around me being honorable, open with the sisters. Don't run my motherfucking mouth. Don't share shit that they tell me or send me. But to me, it's all centered around that honesty, openness, and me putting out having good relationships with the sisters, and
Mm-hmm.
you all bless me in such nice and beautiful and wonderful ways. Oh my goodness, I'm
Mm-hmm.
so I'm so happy.
Sophia Renee says all yoni massages are not created equal. 100.
No,
No, they're not.
no, no, they are not.
They're not. So true. And it's so interesting because even if you're getting it from the same person, each time is going to be different.
Certainly,
Each
certainly.
time I give a yoni massage to someone, it's different every time. Each time I receive a yoni massage, even if the same person giving it to me, is different every time. Yeah, they're not all created equal. You know, depends on the energy, a lot on the energy of the person you're getting it from, you know, how you're feeling in that given moment. That's why I always say, don't just go and get a yoni or lingam massage, lingam for the men. Don't just go out and get it from anybody. You know, Alex says, just please, no more vagina pics, please. Sophia says, watching the replay. Yes, watch the replay. We talk about the difference between sensual massage and tantric massage as opposed to, no, not as opposed to. We talked about that. We also talked about what dick mastery is. And so, okay, so Nancy says, what's a yoni massage? So yoni is the Sanskrit word for vagina, which means sacred portal. So yoni massage is massaging the vajayjay. So in a fun way, if you want to say that. So, but it is, it's really healing technique. So what happens is in the yoni, yoni is the Sanskrit term for vagina. Lingam is a Sanskrit term for penis. So lingam massage for the men. Now the lingam and the yoni has sexual reflexology points on there. So on the genitals, you have, you know, you have all the different organs, the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, all of that. So when you're massaging it, you can release a lot of the blockages. So a lot of times women, for example, can't have orgasms, or they're holding on to anger in that spot where the liver is in the yoni. So when you're massaging it, you're releasing those blockages and those things that's there. And so with the tantric sex, when you take the penis and the vagina, the lingam and the yoni, the reflexology points match up in the vagina. So let's say the yoni, the lingam, this is a dick, you know. Let's just say this is a dick right here. You have the liver right here. Let's say the liver is on my nail. Inside the yoni, the liver is going to be right here, right where that nail in fits. So when you're doing the tantric sex, each of the organs are rubbing and connecting to each other, and they're helping to heal. And so this is the same thing that the tantric massage does. It's releasing those. I don't know if you do. I do yoni mapping, vaginal mapping, also to see what I'm feeling within the yoni walls. So there's that whole level as well.
one thing. Oh, sorry.
Nancy says, and your boy over there does that? Yes, he does. Sophia, then there's a Sophia. Is it the same Sophia? I saw Sophia Renee, now I see a Sophia Fletcher. Oh, two different people, two different Sophias. Hey, cool. Sophia Fletcher says, I missed it from the beginning, but I really enjoyed this and I learned a lot. Definitely will tune in again. Thank you. Greetings from Grenada. Nancy says, send me his number. Nancy, go to his page, Black Orgasms, and message him. I think you got somebody that's going to want a Yoni massage. Girl, Nancy, get ready to feel some things you've never felt before. And get a central bath.
And if she wants to add the bath and the shower with that, ooh, watch your mind, girl. Watch your mind. About to be one thing, sister. When you're talking about one thing, sister, we're talking about the sexual reflexology points within the vagina and on the penis. Can you tell everybody where the heart is?
Can I tell them where it is?
Can you tell them where the heart is?
the heart is all over. No, I'm just joking. But we do a lot of the work to like connect the genitals to the heart, to the heart chakra. So, but where's the heart? Is it right on the tip right there?
Bam. Bam.
Yes. So it is. It's just, this is just really good work to like, release those blockages, work on those organs, the healing, and also have pleasure and have fun. We deserve it. We're sexual beings. There's nothing wrong, with Nancy says, I'm ready. I'd hurt him. I don't know, Nancy. Once you go tantric, you don't go back. You don't be wanting tantra in your life all the time. Nancy is crazy, though. I do know Nancy. Nancy, real crazy. I knew her when I used to be kind of sane, when I was like calm and innocent. Now I'm just as crazy as Nancy. I don't know. Nancy says he just doesn't know.
Hey. Hold on a second. 404-707-0732. Let me find out.
You didn't say 555. I guess you gave the real number.
Yeah, we didn't say 555 because we keeping it real. 404-707-0732.
I know. Okay. Sorry, Nancy. She says I'm not crazy. Crazy is good. Crazy is not that, girl. You're crazy. But yes, you're keeping it real and fun too. She said, hold on, repeat that number.
404-707-0732.
And also at Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram. So yes. I think you're about to start getting harassed by the ladies. Let's see.
No harm, no foul.
Is that it? 404-707-0732?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. And Sophia Renee says Tantra is life. Yes, Tantra is life.
And I just want to...
Is he ready for a life change? I'm lethal. I think he's ready. I don't know. That's why he started working with Tantra. He got on this path for a life change, and it's coming. I think today was just the icing on the cake to have you on it. Synchronicity. I don't think I've seen you in any of my lives, Nancy. So, I think it's a sign.
And I think the best thing about it is never underestimate the goddess and always be willing to learn, no matter what I think I know.
Yes, so true. And so go ahead.
So it's, and I just want to reiterate to the sisters and the brothers, but to sisters because those are my clients. I laugh and I joke and I have fun, and I cuss and I suck and talk about suck and fucking all that kind of shit, and I have a lot of fun, but I take the work very, 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 very serious. Very serious. I'm honored to do this, and I'm honored to be within your space, and it's with integrity. It's sexual energy, not sex. Um, and so it's the combination of the two, fun but very, very, very fucking serious.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And I think that's good. That's good. Like, I think that um it is a good way to like break people into this area of sexuality when they can have fun and laugh, you know. Some people will get all serious and have their panties in a bunch and be like, "Oh my God," you know. But it's important to be able to joke, and it just kind of opens us up, you know. So I think that that is important. And Sophia Renee says, "Thank you for saying that." Yeah, because it's important. I think that it's important for people to know that, when it comes to the work, that you're integrous. Integrous, is that a word, or did I just make it up? That you have integrity behind it, you know. Um, yeah, so that's important. So what's the Nancy? What is that? What are you thinking? What's going on over there? What's going on in your head? So I think that's important for people to know, because again, I stress that a lot. Like, if you're going, I said interview the person, ask as whatever questions you have, that to know that you can trust this person. And that's this is a big thing, and a majority of women have been sexually abused in some form, shape, or
Right.
form. A lot of women have had sex that they didn't want to have.
Right.
So it's so important to know that they're in a safe space and that they can trust you. So that's really, really important. And I think that's why a lot of women would come to me as a woman as opposed to a man sometimes, because they don't necessarily feel safe.
Right.
So you definitely have to have someone that you can feel safe with. Curious to know
Sure.
what made this guy start his IG page. Okay, you know what? He said that in the beginning. It is super refreshing to be able to have these conversations without people getting all uptight. Yeah, he said that in the beginning, Nancy. You missed it. You're going to have to watch the replay.
Replay. Oh, she got my number, so don't be shy, girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy.
Right. I don't know. Do you want to say it again real quick, like just like a 2 minute? We were supposed to end 17 minutes ago,
Yeah,
but
I'm good.
I had my body break, so I can go.
Yeah,
Do you want to say it again real quick?
of
How you
course,
got
of
the
course,
name?
of course. Yeah. I started the page to promote my tantra work, and the initial name was Tantric Monk. And I was doing the regular tantric post and sexuality posts and all that shit, but it just wasn't me. Then I changed it to Tantric Monk. Then it got a little crazier, but it still wasn't connecting. I talked to a sister, and she mentioned making the name connect to people. So I'm all black. Most of my 90% of my clients are black females. The other
Uh-huh.
are the women of color, and so I'm definitely pro-black. So we got the black, got the orgasms, dealing with tantra, and the motherfucking shits matter. So black orgasms matter just made sense to me. And
Right.
the page is fun, about having fun. The page is about having this open, honest, open communication, open conversations about sex and sexuality, without there being any beef or issues or like drama between brothers and sisters primarily. So to have fun and open, honest way with each other, and just enjoy ourselves,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
Mhm.
and then the lives like we're doing now, and then lives when I start doing them again myself, and the classes, that's more for the serious stuff, the tantric healing and the spirit work and that type of stuff, the breath work. So it's like the orgasms matter is like for the big group, and for the smaller group of people, if I can get 1% of the people on the page that are interested in the real stuff that we're talking about now, I'm happy.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And that's why, and that's why I'm doing this. That's why, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have my lives and I have a different person on to talk about sexuality, just to get rid of that taboo and to, have good, fun conversation, but at the same time serious where people can learn different things, and I feel like I've had a lot of, during this time, I've had a lot of people learn things that they had never heard of before, didn't know. I've had people be able to release and allow themselves to have pleasure because they just couldn't, because, they couldn't even talk about it. And then just being here and listening, they opened up a little bit more. So it's been really good. It's been really good. Um, Alex says that you have to come back on again.
I'm looking forward to it anytime.
um, but I think Alex said that just because he came on late. Watch the replay. But yeah, we can have him back on again too. Um, Sophia says, yes, Alexander, to what Alex said about it is super refreshing to be able to have these conversations with people without getting uptight. Yep. Oh, Nancy, her screen keeps freezing. Oh no, so sorry. She also says, okay, I'll watch the replay. Shy, me, LOL. Renee, let him know. Actually, maybe you should warn him. Anyway, okay. Any other questions, comments, or anything before we go? It's been great. Please watch the replay. Share this video with a friend, family member, niece or nephew, somebody who needs to have fun, laugh, and learn about sex and open up. Please share it. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell if you have not hit the notification bell. You can find Eddie at Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Pandada Prim _Tantra, as well as Sacred Soul Retreat. I do retreats for women of color only in Brazil every April. So if you want to come out here and connect to your feminine energy, every April I have a retreat for women of color. We do this work, we connect to the sexual energy. I teach you how to, self-please, self-explore. We get in there, we get out, we do some tantric energy work. It's great. Check it out. Check me out on Patreon /Pandada where, I'm teaching you about Tantra on Patreon for really, really affordable price for people who, want to learn but they just can't, commit to doing courses, or they want to start off in the beginning and start learning some things before they jump in and do a course. So this is a good way to start learning and getting to know me and connecting. So my Patreon membership starts at $5 a month, going up to $50. So that's Patreon /Pandada Prim. So check me out there. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook at Renee Adolph. Twitter, I'm not on so much, but I'm trying. It's a lot. So check me out on one of those things. And Sophia Renee says, great show. Second time watching. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming back a second time. And I hope you keep coming back for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and as much as you can. Take a weekend and splurge on my videos. I got tons of great stuff. So take a weekend, do a whole day and watch a couple of videos and just have some fun. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. And yeah, hope to have you back on again then. Black Orgasms Matter. Because I think Nancy's gonna want to see you again. And I think Nancy's gonna want to come down to Atlanta. Or have you come to New York. I don't know.
I'm
And
ready.
then we got Natasha in Atlanta in the ATL, who's probably gonna hit you up. She's there in Atlanta. And next time I'm in the States, I'm going to Atlanta. We gotta do an exchange because I want to feel your massage and you probably want to feel my massage. If
You
not,
know I
you
do.
better ask somebody.
Okay. Okay, we can do that.
Nancy says I came in late, but I'll be back and I'll share with my friends. Thank you so much. She said I'm calling his ass now. All right. So you guys have a good one. Love you all and have a great night. Bye.
Peace.
Peace. All right. So that was good.
Very good.
Hold on, I think it's still recording. I hit in broadcast, but I think the timer's still going for some reason. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lag. Nancy says I can't watch the exchange. Yeah, you can. We can organize that. Good night.
I was thinking about that too. Having a group.
I grew, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
can do all kinds of things.
for sure.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I'm trying to end, but apparently this is not allowing me to end the